Iva's moving on to New York.
Not anymore.
Oh. What made her change her mind?
Search me. 1 minute she was going, next she wasn't.
Well, our conversation was with Miss Lily anyway, and I just thought, say it again, I just would really appreciate it if you would discourage her from going out to your family's farm so much of the time.
Miss Walsh, I like my job, and I think I do it pretty well. But this is one time I don't think that I can help you.
Why not?
I know Lily loves it out at the farm, and, I wouldn't want to discourage her from going out to see my family.
Oh, come on, Holden. Look, all I'm asking you to do in your own inimitable way is just suggest to her that she spend more time at home. And if you succeed, well, I'll make it worth your while. You could use a few new undershirts for me.
Okay, ma'am. I better get to work.
Careful. Right.
Holden.
Miss Sierra?
Darling, I thought you left with Tonio. Hi.
I decided to do my studying here. I thought maybe I could spend some time with her.
Oh, how nice.
Mother, why don't you want Lily to spend time out to Snyder's?
You were listening?
Yes.
Darling, it seems to me that you are one of the many people who have been telling me that I should spend some quality time with Lily. Now, how can I spend time with Lily when Lily is never home?
Well, that isn't exactly the right approach. Manipulating Holden to get to Lily is wrong. If she'd heard what I heard, she'd be furious.
Yes, well, she hasn't heard it, and she won't, and you mustn't tell her.
But only if you tell me why you don't want her to spend time at the Snyders when she's so happy out there.
Well, did you get the flowers?
Yes, I got the flowers. Why did you send them?
Well, I thought the card explained that. I admire a woman who speaks her mind, even if I don't agree with her.
I still don't understand. Here you are trying to take jobs away from my husband because you're accusing him of having an affair with Iva, and you turned around and sent me flowers. Why?
Well, let's not belabor the point. Let's just say I admire your spunk and leave it at that. And enjoy the flowers.
I gave them to my grandmother. Steve didn't want them around the house, and frankly, neither did I.
I'm sorry.
You know, I called your hotel this morning to tell you that, but you had already left. I was hoping maybe something I said to you last night had gotten through.
You're not going to believe what Lisa said to me. What are you doing here? I came to see you. What about? About doing some consulting for my Chicago Oakdale operation. Margot, wait a minute.
Oh, I can't. I gotta go to the station.
Wait a minute. You didn't give me a chance to thank you for this.
I didn't do it for you, thanks. I did it so I could help Kim in any way.
Look, can we be civil with one another, you think?
I think we are. I don't think you know what it took for me to come here today. Except that I knew it was crucial that you knew what Hobson was up to.
Look, it's going to take a whole lot more than a statement from Marcia Talbot for Hobson to convince the grand jury that what Kim did is not justifiable homicide. What is his ace in the hole? It's got to have something to do with that bedroom model he carries around with him.
Oh, probably. Oh, if you want me to break into his private files to find out, forget it.
No, I just figured that maybe McCloskey or Munson, somebody's got to know what the hell's going on here.
I'm sure they do, but they're not about to share it with somebody whose name is Hughes.
All right, will you just let me know if you hear anything, please?
Of course I'll let you know. I can't make any promises, though.
I want to call you tonight.
No. I'll call you when I hear something.
Margot, come on, we got to talk about
We'll
this.
talk about the case, yes. And anything else, no.
Damn it, what we have is too good to just throw away like that.
If it was so damn good, then why did you risk it all on one night in Barbara's bed?
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Mr. Clean. For a clean so shiny you have to ask, is it wet or is it dry? And by Cascade. Both regular and lemon scent Cascade leave your dishes virtually spotless.
they first introduced these soft cleansers, I thought, what a great idea. And they are, except for one thing. They don't clean that well.
Introducing one that does. Now there's a new soft cleanser with cleaning power that's amazing. Introducing Mr. Clean Soft Cleanser. No other soft cleanser has the cleaning power of new Mr. Clean, with an active formula that actually cuts through grease and grime on contact. So new Mr. Clean cleans better.
It took the power of the man to do what no one else can do. Safely clean with lots of muscle and let the shine come through.
You're quite a man.
The better cleaning soft cleanser. New from Mr. Clean.
No more excuses for spots.
Spots.
The kids probably unloaded the dishwasher.
I think she borrowed from...
Louise.
I air-dried these dishes.
No more excuses for spots with new improved Cascade. Under tough conditions like air drying, other leading brands can leave spots. Cascade's advanced sheeting action leaves dishes virtually spotless. Let's start over with Cascade.
Beautiful.
Everything looks wonderful.
Even when you air dry, there's no excuse for spots with new improved Cascade.
Another school phone? Are you the lead?
Better.
Then you better clean up your act. Huh? Stage blood, makeup, chocolate cream pie.
Oh, no.
Act 2 is the laundry room. All the same temperature?
It's all one costume.
But they're different clothes.
So?
So, this shirt goes in hot, these pants in warm, and this grubby vest goes in colder beige.
3 detergents?
Just one. All temperature cheer. See? Hot, warm, cold.
This in cold?
All temperature cheer.
Hey, everything's clean.
You're not the hero and you're not the villain. I thought you had a lead role.
Better. I'm the lead horse.
Oh,
Nay, nay!
3 temperatures, 1 great clean. That's today's all-temperature cheer. Margot, I was drunk.
Oh, I'm so tired of hearing that excuse.
Well, I'm so tired of telling it to you, too, you know?
Listen to me. I've tried everything. I've tried to be fair. I even tried blaming myself for the weeks that I spent in Washington not being a real wife to you. I tried to put myself in your place. I tried to find myself in a similar situation where I would be so lonely, or lonely enough, or drunk enough to let somebody touch me. But I have too much respect for you, and I had too much respect for our marriage to ever let it happen.
I'm going to tell you something I've never told you before.
I don't want to hear it.
No, you're going to hear it. Because the fact of the matter is, I began to get very concerned that Barbara and I were spending too much time together alone. At a time that I was very vulnerable because I was lonely for you. And earlier that very same day, I told her I was turning her affairs over to another attorney because I didn't want to have... What is the point?
The point is, when I was in Washington, I met a lot of attractive men. And when you left me and went to Denver for 4 months to do what you wanted to do, I was so lonely. But I never, ever allowed myself to be lonely or drunk enough to get into bed with any of those men. Because I was so in love with you. I still think you're a wonderful lawyer. The best. So why don't you go inside and help Kim, because it's too late to help us.
You really want to know the real reason why I don't like her going out at the Snyder's farm so much?
Yes.
I'm jealous.
You're jealous? Why?
I'm seething with jealousy. Think of it from my point of view. Clearly, she prefers their company to mine, her own mother. All I hear from her lately is how wonderful their life is. The homely virtues. I cannot give her that kind of life. I can't. I run a big empire. I can't do that. I have been her mother. I have been her father. No matter what I do, it's never enough.
Mother, maybe your approach is wrong. Maybe you could just let her know how much you love her.
Oh,
how important
darling,
she is to you.
who knows better than you how much I love Lily? But do I have to go on? Do I have to prove it and prove it? I haven't slept. I'm going upstairs. I'm going to take a nap and lie down. Okay, darling?
Right.
Darling?
Yes?
If you want to help, you go. You be with Lily. Spend time with her. And I promise you, I swear that on my mother's grave, I will spend the whole evening. I'll make her feel loved and wanted. All right?
All right.
Okay. Darling, I've made mistakes, but I'm trying. I just need time.
Montgomery Associates.
Oh, Betsy, hi, it's Sierra. Is Craig there?
It's Sierra. Do you want to talk to her now?
Yeah, I do. Hi.
Hi. Craig, I'm sorry to bother you, but I just had a conversation with my mother, and it sort of puzzled me. About Lily.
What about her?
Well, I'd really rather not talk about it here. Would you mind if I came by your office?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be here all day. How is Lily?
Well, I'm about to ask her to go riding. I'll let you know.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Bye-bye. Well, shall we go into your office and continue our discussion?
Well, there's not really anything to discuss.
I don't understand.
Okay, well, let me try it this way. I'll explain it this way. See, my going to work for you would be what is commonly known as a conflict of interest.
Oh? Why?
Well, first, the emotional blackmail that you're using against Iva Snyder, who happens to be a very good friend of mine. The fact that my assistant here is married to Stephen Andropoulos, on whom you've pulled out every dirty trick in the book. Frankly, I don't understand why you'd want me to work for you.
Because I think you're a smart businessman like me. And we haven't even begun to discuss the fees I'm willing to pay.
No. Skip it. I'll tell you what, you want some advice? I'll give you some free advice. Get on a plane, go back to L.A., and stop hurting people.
You know, I'm surprised. I've been told you're a very smart young man.
Now, maybe a year ago, I would have put aside my principles for the almighty dollar. But I learned my lesson the hard way. You wind up losing more than you're going to gain.
Quite a speech. And now that I've heard it, I don't think I'll have need of your services. You see, Mr. Montgomery, I only deal with winners. And that was a loser talking, if I ever heard one.
Goodbye, Mr. Channing.
If you find yourself looking for a job in the near future, give me a call.
Well, bravo. You handled that very well, I must say.
The gall of that.
Oh, it's unbelievable. He hasn't the slightest qualm about anything he was doing. How come somebody be so incredibly sure of himself?
I'm not giving a damn about anybody but themselves. It's like the lady I used to work for.
A new breed to me. I have to admit, it's fascinating.
Break free and feel. Feel how splendid you are with Vanderbilt, the fragrance created by Gloria Vanderbilt. Let it release the splendor of you, Vanderbilt.
My sinus is under attack, Sarge. What do you need for sinus pain? Sign off, sign off. What do you need to breathe again? Sign off, sign off.
For fast, effective sinus relief.
Sound off for sign off. Sign off.
Ivan the Terrible, Billy the Kid, Catherine the Great. They're the reason Johnson & Johnson created the basics, non-stick pads and first aid tape for bigger hurts. Thicker non-stick pads protect better than other pads. Johnson & Johnson first aid tape doesn't irritate like old-fashioned tape. If you've got one of these, you need both of these. The basics, only from Johnson & Johnson, the first name in first aid.
Actor Claude Akins for Super Polygrip.
I've known about Super Polygrip for years now. I don't need this script.
Cut. Claude.
Listen, for denture wearers, it's murder when seeds get under your dentures. Like this. Ouch! Now, watch Super Polygrip. It helps form a seal between your dentures and gum.
Occlusive seal, Claude.
Helps keep food out, dentures in. Simple.
Anti-slip grip, Claude.
The package says that. Super Polygrip. Keeps food out, dentures in.
What's this?
Almond Delight.
Almond who?
Almond Delight.
Almonds in breakfast cereal? I think I'll pass.
Oh, come on. Wheat rice flakes, lightly sweetened, and real almond slices.
Yeah, I got that part.
So go ahead.
Why?
Because you like it, and if you don't try it, I'm calling your mother.
Oh.
So what do you think, Stanley? Stanley?
New Almond Delight brand cereal. The almonds may surprise you, but the taste will delight you.
Stanley? Ursa Stanley.
Lisa, have you seen the reviews of the Mona Lisa? Imagine. Lucinda Walsh gave it a rave.
Yeah. And the person who wrote this review will probably be fired right now.
But what is it? I thought you'd be thrilled.
I'm thrilled. I'm just so worried about Tim and about Tom and Margot.
What can I do to help, huh?
Just your being here helps me a lot. There's one thing you should do, though.
Anything.
Well, as soon as Brian gets here, I'm going to go over to my late husband's office. We have to go through some papers. Would you go with me and give me moral support, please?
Gladly.
Thank you. I haven't been over there, just once since,
Well, Mr. Mitchell, just the man I wanted to see.
No?
Yes. I was just thinking, with Brian and Shannon's wedding coming up so soon, and since no one else has thought about it, I would love to give her a bridal shower. Do you think she'd agree?
Well, you'll have to ask Shannon about that. Oh, speaking about the wedding, I want to talk to Tom. I want to arrange the bachelor party.
That's a great idea. Do you know that would help Tom? It would cheer him up a little bit, get his mind off things.
So I knew that there would be all sorts of additional time. I suppose next you're going to tell me you want to ride into church on an elephant.
Oh, now there's an idea.
Shannon, no.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, but I do know that I want this wedding to be me. I've never been the conventional sort, and I'm not about to start now.
Oh, hello. You know, have you given the bridal party any more consideration? I just think 2 attendants is not enough for a big formal
I just
church
don't
wedding.
know that many people here, Barbara.
Shannon, may I ask a great big favor of you?
Sure.
Tom and Margot should spend more time together. Now, of course, they are spending time together working on Tim's case, but that really isn't enough.
Oh, I see. Yes. You know, I hate seeing anything come between two people who are so much in love.
Well, don't you think it'd be a great idea to ask Margot to be a bridesmaid?
Yes, and with Tom as the best man, that's a wonderful idea, Lisa. I will ask her today.
Well, now that we have that taken care of, Lisa, why don't you and I go?
Oh, yes. Irma's going to go with us. Where are you all?
Well, we're
Oh, we're going to go over to Diana's, and we're going to plan the wedding reception.
Oh, Shannon, you going too?
No. I think I will take Lisa's suggestion and try to track Margot down. Well, bye.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Well, let's go. Well, assuming I can convince Margot, do you still have her measurements?
You know, I just think you should not even bother with the trip, Shannon. She's kind of turned you down. What makes you so sure? No, because I know Margot very well. She's a very good friend of mine.
Oh. Well, then why don't you come and help me convince her?
Oh, gee, sorry. I have to mind the store.
Mind your own business, you mean. That's unusual for you, isn't it?
Okay, at the end of June, after helping Mama, there's $500 left.
If you succeed, I'll gladly show my appreciation.
This stable boy's walking on a tightrope, ma'am. Gotta make sure that I don't fall off.
Hey, Holden, hi.
Hi, Sierra.
Lily around?
No, she took Max out for a ride.
Oh, shoot, I don't want to know. How'd she seem?
Kind of down.
Yeah. Holden, I hate to admit this, but I overheard part of your conversation with my mother, and I want to tell you that I think it took a lot of courage for you to stand up to her like that, but I think you did the right thing.
I'm not too sure about that. Crossing the boss isn't such a good thing to do.
Oh, come on, your job is secure. Well, I'm just glad that Lily has a friend like you.
Yeah, but I don't want to screw things up between her and her mother, you know?
Yeah, you won't. As long as you don't tell her about the conversation you had. Okay? I don't want to make things worse.
Hi. Yeah, why is it the library?
Well, I did a little studying at the house, and I was hoping you and I could go for a ride or something.
Oh, I'm worn out. I've been out all day.
Yeah, I see
do you
that.
mind?
No, that's okay. I was going to stop by and see Craig anyway for a minute and then go on to classes.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to do with the rest of the day?
Trigonometry with Holden.
You do me a favor?
What?
You talk to your mother.
I don't think she'd be too keen on that idea, Sierra.
That's not true. I just had a very long talk with her.
Okay, fine. I'll try, but she's been acting very strange lately. Something's bothering her, I know it. Every time I ask her about it, she just clams up on me.
Yeah, try again. She loves you so much. Take care. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, Holden.
Bye-bye. You ready to start?
First I want to call Ivan and see how your mom's doing.
I already did. Mom's in the barn, and I went to work with her.
Okay. I'm sorry. I should have learned to look for the fur from the first time. What are you keeping that book, anyway?
Just keep track of my financial statements.
Something wrong, Holden?
No. Just not working out like I planned it.
Why don't you ask my mother for a raise?
I don't think today's a very good day to do that.
Why not?
Why don't you just sit down and let's get on with the trigonometry, okay?
Here are the projected profits for the end of the job. As you can see, I'm really just asking for an advance against the profits. And I'm sure I'll have another big job coming in real soon. Do you mind if I take this with me? No, it's your copy. And I'd appreciate it if you could give me an answer real soon.
Oh, okay. I'll be back to you tomorrow or the next day.
Terrific, terrific. And thank you very much, Mr. Brewster, for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Right. Bye-bye.
Steve, I don't need a first coat or a new car. I'm happy with this marriage. If you're having financial problems, then tell me.
Hi.
Hi.
So what was Mr. Brewster doing here?
Oh, he was, it's just a routine check. How are things at the farm?
They're fine. Mama's doing better, yeah. Thanks for sending those men out. You know, you've been so helpful. And I've done nothing but cause you a lot of problems. I mean, like Tad and everything, you know.
No, that's not true. Speaking of Channing, you know what his latest, have you heard?
No, what's he up
He
to
sent
now?
Betsy flowers, congratulating her for having the nerve to speak to him last night.
Well, that's just his way of deflecting the enemy, you know.
Guys, please.
Hello, Mr. Andropoulos.
What the hell are you doing?
I came to speak to Ivan.
The magnifying glass doesn't lie. This woman just cleaned her face with soap and water. Look at the makeup and dirt it left. That's why, as a skin consultant, I recommend Pond's Cold Cream. Pond's Deep Cleans, lifting away makeup and dirt that soap left behind. See?
I thought my face was clean.
Most women do, but soap doesn't clean your skin like Pond's. No soap does what Pond's does beautifully. Remember, the magnifying glass doesn't lie.
So soft towel. Sweet smelling sheets. No cling to most anything. Bounce for clothes you can't wait to jump into. Come on in. Feel the touch. You are the one. You feel so good around me. Bounce for clothes you can't wait to jump into.
Anyone who thinks jazz is cool ought to see my group when we're really hot.
Give your body the best. Safeguard, the most deodorant soap lather you can get to clean odor away with the most deodorant soap protection you can get to help keep odor away.
Hey, that's important. Because nobody wants to end their evening on a sour note.
Give your body the best with Safeguard.
An invitation to romance. For Zed and Jenny, it's an invitation to love. In the heat of the day, on Capitol.
I have nothing to talk to you about.
You heard the lady. It's not what you think, Iva.
Take a walk.
Strictly business. You won't send flowers to my wife. Look, I'm sorry if I offended you. I explained my reasons to your wife, and she understood.
You did what?
I stopped by Craig Montgomery's office to discuss business, and she was there.
No, you're doing business with Craig Montgomery.
That is none of your concern. I am making it my concern.
Steve, come on. Come on, I'll talk to him.
5 minutes. You're off this site.
Before you say anything, I want to know why you wanted to talk to Craig.
I offered him a job.
I hope he turned you down flat.
As a matter of fact, he did. That's why I'm here.
I don't understand.
I want you to manage my Chicago office.
What do you mean?
There'll be no strings attached, I promise.
You are nuts.
Oh, come on. I have a
Out
living.
of your mind.
I will pay you $2,500 a week, 4 weeks vacation, all the fringe benefits you want for you and your family. Now, think about that.
There is nothing to think about. The answer is no.
Iva, please don't be so hasty. Think of what this could mean to your mother. You could set
I
the phone.
said no. Do you understand?
You are not making a quarter of that here. And from the rumors that I am hearing, you're going to be looking for a job very soon.
Oh, I think you're the one that ought to worry about a job. Because you can't constantly underbid Steve and keep losing money.
I can do that as long as I need to. But my underbidding days are over. I am about to sign a contract on a very large job with Lucinda Walsh. And she is not entertaining any other bids.
Oh, well, la-dee-da. You know, you two make a perfect combination.
What have you got against Lucinda Walsh?
Nothing. I don't even know the woman.
Then why is she asking me all these questions about you and our relationship? There's something to, and whatever it is, it's working to my advantage.
Just go, please. Just go.
All right. But I know there's something between you and Lucinda Walsh, and I'm going to find out what it is. If you need anything, I've taken a suite of offices in the building of your friend, Craig Montgomery. Another loser.
You mean to tell me that you have 3 men working on it and you still haven't turned up anything?
The party in question's even more elusive than Earl
Mr.
Mitchell.
Daniels, time is running out. The wedding is May 2nd. I need the information.
I'm doing my best, Ms. Ryan. I'll get back to you the minute I hear anything.
What are you doing with that sleazy guy? You know he's got one of the worst reputations of any PI in the business?
Oh, no, I didn't know that. Tom, he came in here talking about store security.
Well, store security or no, if you want my advice, you'll stay away from him.
Oh, I will. I promise. How's Kim?
She's all right under the circumstances, I guess. Look, is my mom around?
No. She left here about 20 minutes ago with Brian and Earl. If you excuse me, I have a customer in the back.
Do you mind if I use your phone?
No, go right ahead.
Dad, hi. It's Tom. Listen, I wanted to come by the hospital in about 15 minutes, if that's all right. Talk to you about Kim's case. Yeah, well, I'm over at Fashion. I miss Mom. She's over at with McCall. I don't know, Dad, but apparently Craig seems to think Lucinda Walsh was lying about Whit being responsible for Martin Guest's death. He thinks she's covering something up.
Well, it's hard, I know. So many ghosts.
Oh, yes.
Believe me, I would not have come back here today, except that I want to free Whit's name from all these horrible blunders that Lucinda's made. If I could do that, it would be worth coming back here.
Nothing but routine stuff here, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm very sorry, guys. It looks as though I brought you on a wild goose chase, huh?
Wait a minute.
What?
What's this?
What is it?
Martin Guest.
What's this? Brian?
See here.
What?
There's a record of a loan made to him here by Dad, but no indication of when it was repaid.
Aha. You see, now that's what Lucinda said killed Martin Guest. Drove him to...
Remember when we found that one account that Dad had with several large deposits, but no record of where the money came from?
Oh, yeah, don't remind me. Yeah, I had to pay the IRS. So much time. Put it away. Let's go. It doesn't mean anything. Let's go. Come on, come on. What are you doing, Earl?
I am looking for a secret hiding place.
Oh, my dear, you've seen too many movies.
Now, from what you told me about your husband, he was a very private man. The sort of person that kept things hidden from prying eyes, huh? Uh-huh.
What is... I don't see anything. What?
There. Voila! Too many movies, huh?
If you're confident up north, raise your hand. If you're confident in Dixie, raise your hand. If you're sure from east to west, sure is what you love the best, raise your hand. If you're sure.
From the bleachers to the Met, Sure goes on feeling dry, not wet, and helps keep you feeling dry and confident all day, anywhere.
Confident, dry and secure. Raise your hand if you're sure.
I said, clean my new fiberglass tub with Comet? And the leading fiberglass maker said, yes. I said, it'll scratch. And they said, this is new Comet. It's tough on stains and safer. Watch. Here's porcelain with greasy food stains and a delicate acrylic with soap film. Now, new Comet versus a leading scouring cleanser. They were scrubbed, then rinsed. The other cleanser left the stains and dull scratches. New Comet shows only clean. So then I said, new Comet still gets them cleaner, now cleans them safer.
What a mess. My daughter left a lipstick in her pocket, and before I even noticed, I washed it. I had to try something, so I grabbed Liquid Tide. Guess what? Not one mark of the lipstick remained. Thanks, Mrs. Judy Davis.
Can your liquid get out melted lipstick? Liquid Tide did. You'll be surprised at the things Liquid Tide gets out. Surprise yourself.
This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Sure. You can raise your hand if you're sure, because Sure Antiperspirant helps keep you dry. And by New Comet, a clean you can take everywhere, from porcelain sinks to delicate fiberglass tubs. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Valerie Bertinelli is Gina. She's a college student and young wife who has been lured into a compulsion that could destroy her. The Seduction of Gina, tonight.
The year 2001. How will breakthroughs in medicine and genetic research transform our lives? A special series continues tonight on the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
This is CBS.
Can you serve tacos at home that taste like they came from a fine Mexican restaurant? Can you get crispy taco shells made from fresh corn instead of processed corn flour? And a chunky taco salsa with the flavor of sun-ripened tomatoes, fresh onions, and fire-roasted chilies? Yes, for the taste of authentic Mexican food, see Ortega.
Come on in. Carpet King is having a gigantic 39-hour carpet riot starting April 24th. You'll find rolls of beautifully sculptured carpets with prices starting as low as $10.95 a square yard. That includes pad and labor. Check out the urethane-backed carpet in stock, now priced at just $4.95 a square yard. Armstrong no-wax vinyl flooring, now only $2.99 a square yard.
during the big 39-hour Carpet Riot at Carpet King, located between Kmart and Cub Foods in Mankato.
For reliable weather information, count on your friends at home.
Count on your friends at home.
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
And a check, please. Okay, thanks. Thanks a lot.
Looks like I'm not as good a detective as I thought. You gave me the slip at the station.
Found me, huh?
Uh-huh.
Sit down.
Thank you. Last time I saw you, you were at McCluskey's office watching our illustrious DA blow his horn at the big press conference. How come you ducked out?
I saw enough.
Ah, any more and you might have lost your appetite? You know, I knew he was egotistical and self-aggrandizing, but I didn't know that he could possibly top it.
Look, in this business, you can't expect to like everybody you work with.
Oh, so you feel the same way I do, huh?
Well, let's just say his chances of getting on my Christmas list are dubious. I mean, I don't approve of the guy's tactics, but if I blow my stack like Roy blew his stack, then I get thrown off the case. I figure it's better to keep my cool and be the voice of reason on the inside, you know?
I appreciate that. I know Tom does, too. Can I put you on the spot? I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Put me on the spot. What do you want?
Look, I know that Hobson's going to try and go around this justifiable homicide thing based on Marcia Talbot's statement. You know, I know that Marcia Talbot said that she's totally responsible for the kidnapping and that Douglas Cummings had nothing to do with it, but, I mean, as deluded as Hobson is, does he really expect the grand jury to buy it?
Look, all that I can tell you is that there are certain parts of Kim's story that don't jive with the evidence that Hobson found. All I can tell you. Except that you better get Tom to move on this really fast because the grand jury's almost assembled and they could go any day now. That's all.
Is Hobson going to call Franny as a witness?
Look, I can't say. I expect he will. Look, can we change the subject, please?
Yes, we can change it. Thank you.
You said that you spoke to Tom. Did you two guys, did you work anything out?
No, I'm helping him out with Kim's defense.
Would I be, out of line if I asked you a question?
No, you want some inside information on Hudson's department store, huh?
No. No, but that's funny. No. Would you have dinner with me tonight? I get it. I'm in the enemy camp now, and you can't go out with me. All right.
No, it's not that at all. It's, yeah, sure. I like to have dinner with you tonight. Any place but Diana's. No Diana's.
You're on.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but headquarters told me that you'd be down here.
You're not interrupting? I was just leaving. See you later.
Yeah. Hi, Shannon. What's up?
Well, it's about my wedding.
Oh. Wedding plans. Yes, I remember them.
Well, I've asked Lisa to be my matron of honor, and Harriet is my bridesmaid, but it's really not enough for a big formal wedding. And since Brian is so fond of you, I was wondering
if I could be in the wedding. Oh, Shannon. I'm very honored to be asked. I really am. But no, Tom, no. Thank you.
Well, I understand. I guess I should have listened to Barbara after all.
Barbara who?
Barbara Ryan. She said that it would be hopeless to ask you.
She did? She said that. She did she? Exactly. Oh, I'll get it, Matthew. I'm right here.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Lucinda, it's Barbara.
Hi. News about Miss O'Hara?
No. Something else I think you might be interested in. Lisa and Brian McCall are on their way over to Witt's old office to do some checking on why your husband committed suicide.
What? How do you know that?
I overheard a conversation that Tom Hughes had with his father, and obviously this was Craig's idea.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you very much.
Now what?
On the
unbelievable. Craig is sending Lisa McCall into Whit McCall's old office and look in the files to find something on Martin Guest. Now, what am I supposed to do?
But if the police couldn't find anything, how could they?
Well, the police didn't know what to look for. Lisa might. The way Lily's behaving these days. I can't let her find out the truth about her father. I can't. I just got to think of something.
I can't believe you found it.
Are you glad you brought me along for moral support?
Oh, why didn't the police find this?
Oh, well, let's just say that I am an expert on hiding places. I've discovered quite a few in my time.
I
Here we
guess
go.
you have. Well, good luck. And be careful now. And watch. Watch your fingers. Careful. Oh, would you look? These are my own letters that I gave. He saved all of my letters.
Here's a couple that I wrote to him while I was in college. Why would he keep them hidden away like this, I wonder?
Because he loved you very much.
Here's some from Kirk.
Oh.
Well, well, well.
What is it?
I think it's a letter from Martin Guest.
No, you open it, please. And read it, read it.
The handwriting's kind of shaky.
Go on.
I'm very grateful to you for all the loans you've given to help me, especially since I could never explain to you what the money was really for. But now I've done something so awful I simply cannot face the consequences. My biggest regret is that I'm leaving Lucinda to see it through on her own, and leaving you, the one true friend I have left, holding my debts. I hope someday you can find it in your heart to forgive me. I know Lucinda never will.
How did he sign that?
It's part of an initial.
Oh.
Unfortunately, unsigned. That's not enough proof.
Proof enough for me. That's all I need.
This is little Tony. Bring the camera in close on it so the folks can see him. Cute, isn't he? We love chocolate chip cookies. So when those packaged soft cookies came out, we tried them. They were good, but no rave reviews. But now Duncan Hines is making baking history. They're baking them like pearl wood. Look at this. Honey, I'm talking about a whole new cookie. I'm talking love. Look at that. Look at those ingredients. Soft, luscious morsels of chocolate. Just compare the other soft cookies with new Duncan Hines. You can see for yourself. Believe Pearl, honey. Brand new Duncan Hines chocolate chip cookies taste better than all the rest. And I'm talking pure ecstasy. Sweetheart, Pearl is talking love. Ooh.
In a perfect world, every stain would be seen and reported. But in the real world, most stains go unreported. Right through the wash and into your dryer, where they could be set for life. But add Viz Bleach to your detergent, and you have a strong second line of defense to catch many unreported stains and remove them before it's too late. In an imperfect world, pin your hopes on this. Unreported stains can't get by Biz.
I feel sick. 4 pancakes, 6 sausages, and 3 eggs are inclined to have an adverse effect on your body, Rich.
It's not the pancakes, it's all these greasy dishes.
How are we ever going to get them clean?
Let's not panic. We've got Dawn. Look, Dawn scatters grease. It fights hard to take grease out of the way. Help keep it away. See, Dawn got the grease.
Look what I found on the move.
So wash it.
After 4 million greasy dishes, this looks as good as the one you washed earlier. And my hands don't feel greasy. Grilled trout.
Who's gonna clean them?
I clean the dishes. And you clean the fishes. Dawn takes grease out of your way.
It's good to see you.
You too.
Come on, my office.
No, I don't really have much time. I have to get back to class soon. I just wanted to tell you about this conversation I heard my mother this morning.
About Lily.
Yeah, I heard her encouraging Holden to to discourage Lily from going out to the Snyder farm.
Why?
I don't know. When I asked her, she'd put up another smoke screen. Craig, I really believe it has something to do with those mysterious phone calls and something to do with that woman she was supposed to meet the night of the accident.
I bet it all ties into Martin Guest's suicide, too, but why the Snyders?
I don't know. But every time I mention their names, she gets so tense.
She says the same thing to me. She's particularly uptight around Iva.
Ida? Do you have any idea why?
None whatsoever. I'll have to ask Iva about it. She's an honest lady. She and I are pretty close.
Well, I better get going.
Hey. How are you?
Hey, I got the stuff. Frank. Hi. Beth, hi. Tonio's going to be out working late tonight, so I was wondering if you'd have dinner with me.
Yes, sure. That'd be great. Call me later, okay?
Yeah, I will. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
When does it stop hurting?
Oh, I'm so glad you're okay. I'm so worried about you.
Hold it. Who's that he talking to?
My mother.
Oh. Hey, strike everything I said to you earlier today, all right?
I'd be glad to. I just hope that you realize I didn't do what you wanted me to do for a reason.
Oh, it's all right. I respect you for it, absolutely. In fact, so much so I'm going to give you a raise.
A raise?
Yeah, $25 a week, okay?
Thanks.
Oh, my. Look at that animal. She's huge.
I'll get rid of her, Miss Wolf.
Hi.
You know, sweetheart, you shouldn't talk to Mrs. Snyder and disturb her. How's she feeling?
She's feeling amazing. She's not following her doctor's... She's not following her doctor's orders.
Oh.
So, a lot like you, as a matter of fact. Like me?
Yeah. You mean I'm like her? Oh, my heavens, I'm terribly flattered. Hey, babes, I came down to ask you if you'd like to have an al fresco lunch with me.
What?
Well, Cook has got these delicious things, and it's a gorgeous day outside, and I thought we could just have it together on the terrace in the sun.
I don't know. We were having a trick lesson.
Well, go have lunch with your mother. I got some chores to take care of.
Great. Fine. That's fine.
Hey, look at that. See that? See that? I'm going to live up to that. That's the last thing I ever do. Come on. Come on.
Oh, I know.
$25 a week. That's a step in the right direction. Here we go for the jackpot.
Blue is lovely with your coloring. Why don't you give it a try? I'll be in just a moment, okay?
Well, if you think so.
Okay. Well, Margot, hello.
Hello, Barbara.
Well, this is a nice surprise. You're not working today?
Actually, Shannon's asked me to be a bridesmaid, and we wanted to come over here and let you be the first to know that I've said yes.
Well, I think that's wonderful. I'm delighted to hear that news. Barbara, did Brian and Lisa come back here yet? No, they haven't. I can't imagine what's taking so long with the reception plan.
Okay, well, can I use your phone then? Call Brian's office, thank you.
It's good to see you, Margot.
Drop the pretense, Barbara. It's not very nice to see you. I really came over here because I wanted to tell you can't control my life.
Meaning what?
Meaning, you told Shannon that you and I were friends. And I also do not want you telling Shannon whether I will or will not be a bridesmaid of hers. I resent that.
I was just trying to help, Margot, that's all.
Sure you were, Barbara.
I was. Look, I know that Tom is going to be Brian's best man. I just wanted to save you from an embarrassing situation.
A situation that you created. That's okay. I can deal with it.
Margot. Hi.
That's fun.
Yeah, but that sure gives me an appetite, Loretta.
Come on. I bet my Crisco cooking will fix that up.
Fried chicken, my favorite.
Well, dig in. Crisco's what makes it so golden brown and delicious.
because it fries up chicken crisp as a country morning.
Real crunchy.
And no greasy taste either. And Crisco has no cholesterol. How come no one's dancing?
Because we're all too busy eating.
Crisco will do you proud every time.
When we've had it with City Life, Lisa and I head for the hills. All she takes is her toothbrush and her ivory, and she still looks beautiful.
When Greg told me he wrote ivory, I thought he was kidding. But I've always used ivory, and I think my skin looks pretty healthy. You know, I wouldn't trade Ivory's pure and mild clean for all the fancy beauty bars in the world. Ivory makes my face look fresh, clean, but most of all healthy.
That healthy look, it's pure ivory.
I have always used Ivory ever since I can remember.
Introducing a breakthrough in dryness. Revolutionary new Ultra Pampers. Revolutionary because only Ultra Pampers has a thin lock-away core. This core actually takes wetness and locks it away from baby's skin. So effectively, you can't even squeeze it out. So even when they're wet, they're dry. It's the newest member of the Pampers Blue Waist Shield family. Revolutionary new Ultra Pampers. Even when they're wet, they're dry. The driest ever.
Let yourself feel how splendid you are with a rich, expressive fragrance created by Gloria Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt. Let it release the splendor of you. Vanderbilt. A gift of splendor for Mother's Day. Regularly $35, Vanderbilt perfume and eau de toilette spray are yours for $15.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing here?
I guess I don't have to ask you the same question. Shannon's asked me to be a bridesmaid, and so I came to see if Barbara still had my measurements.
That's great. You know, I'm going to be Brian.
This man, I know.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for Shannon's sake. Well, excuse me, I gotta get back to the station. Oh, Barbara, do whip up some dazzling surprise like you did for me when I was in Washington.
Miss Ryan!
Excuse me. Excuse me?
Wait a minute.
Please, Tom. Let me go. Oh, there is one thing that I think you should know. Hobson has almost assembled his grand jury. He can subpoena Kim by the end of the week. Any day now.
What?
Yeah, and also he does have other evidence. I haven't been able to find out what, though.
Are you sure you don't have any idea
I do
what...
not have a clue. Now, if you'll excuse me, the air is getting very contaminated.
Fashions Limited, Barbara Ryan speaking.
Good news. I just got a call from overseas.
Oh?
I think we found the party in question.
Really? Well, that is good news.
How much did he offer you, anyway?
No, that is not the point. I would rather sell my soul than work for that man again.
Well, you must have been a little tempted.
No, I wasn't at all. I'm trying to undo my past mistakes. I don't want to make any more.
Well, look, there's nothing I can do about it right now, but as soon as we get paid and this job's finished, I'm going to give you a raise.
You know something? You are a very generous and a very wonderful man. But remember, I run the books around here. I know things are tight. You cannot afford to give me a raise.
All right, I will make it up to you. Please, just don't tell Betsy the trouble that I'm in.
Why can't you tell her?
I just can't. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, what are you doing here?
Well, I need to talk to you. Oh, all right. I got to get the crew going anyway. Great. See you later. Yeah.
What's wrong?
Pierre overheard Lucinda Walsh talking to Holden. Trying to arrange keeping Lily away from the farm.
What? What do you...
I have to look.
Look, I've sensed the tension between you and Lucinda. Now, I know I can depend on you for an honest answer. Why is Lucinda Walsh so threatened by you and your family?
Oh, glorious, glorious day. I'm reborn. I'm rejuvenated. I'm replete. We had a lot of lunch. What do you want to do now, my darling baby girl? Equestrian.
Well, what I want to do, I think it might bother you.
What?
I want to talk about Daddy's death.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey, come on. Oh, please. It's spring. We don't want to talk about it. Suicide?
We have to talk about it. We can't just forget that it happened. And that's when the fear started for me.
What? What fear?
Fear that everybody I cared about would eventually leave me. And I'd be all alone.
You're not going to be all alone. You're never going to be all alone. I'm here, and I love you, and your daddy loves you all more than anything in the world. I can't explain everything your daddy did. I can't, because I can't. But I can love you. Oh.
Don't answer the door.
No, it's always something, you know?
No, she's not, but it's important that I see her. I'm Lisa on the call. I don't use the fabric, so